So it is December 2021, and the big question that a lot of people are asking is, where are all the new Canon cameras? Yes, we had a lot of build up and the release of the R3, but that's a still camera with some decent video capabilities. Where are all these Canon cinema cameras that were rumored to be released? The C70, the last Canon cinema camera to come out, and came out at the end of 2020. So we've been an entire year now with no even announcements from Canon. What's going on here? So a very quick rundown of the rumors of the cameras that were supposed to happen was a little box camera that was supposed to maybe have the C200 sensor in it. It's going to be a little bit like the Komodo, probably be like $3,500, a entry-level cinema camera, or a B camera, as the C200 was originally intended to be for the C500 and C700. This wouldn't have a monitor, it would have customizable buttons, it would have a small fan, but you have to pretty much add everything else to it. Next were the rumored 8K versions of the C300, which is supposed to be out for the Tokyo Olympics, which came and went. Also the wide dynamic range versions of the C500 and C700. A lot of articles were written about them, a lot of YouTube videos were published about them, including mine, and yet they haven't materialized yet. What's going on? Sony, Canon's closest rival, has announced two cameras this year, the FX3 and the yet-to-be-released Venice 2. Blackmagic has a bunch of new cameras, including the Pocket Pro, as well as some crazy studio thing. So what's going on here? Well, the biggest answer is the coronavirus and the global shortages that resulted from it. Now, the R3 was already committed to, and they needed to move into that space. They announced it, and then straight away they announced that the delivery was going to be delayed because they couldn't get the parts quick enough, which doesn't look particularly great for Canon. So they want to make sure that when they announce a new camera, that they actually have the parts they need to deliver it, so that you don't have a whole bunch of people placing orders and then being disappointed when their camera doesn't show up for months. When will this go away? Sometime in 2022, hopefully. No one really knows. Shipping problem was caused by all kinds of issues, including a shortage of shipping containers, the problem at the Suez Canal, a huge shortage with the Great Resignation, and no truck drivers to get parts from places to place, which caused a backlog of shipping around the Port of LA, and all the kind of knock-on effects from COVID shutdowns the year before. This will slowly ease over time, and hopefully Canon will have enough confidence soon that they can release what they've been working on. The next issue is that they may not need a new camera. If the C70 is continuing to sell really well, and by all reports it is, why bring in another camera to cannibalize that market? Why split yourself? Are filmmakers who are charging anywhere from $500 to $1,000 to more dollars a day really so price sensitive that they need a $3,000 instead of a $4,000 camera like the C70, $4,500 camera? People at Canon are probably crunching their numbers and thinking, well, it's going to cost us X amount of dollars to develop a new camera and to ship it. And if all it does is take away sales from something that's already selling strongly, then that seems to be a waste of time. They have reduced the price of the mirrorless cameras, like the R5, which I have, like the R, like the RP. And for what they are, they give a pretty amazing video image, but with limitations of shooting time and card space and overheating and all the other compromises you get when you shoot video on a stills camera. But again, do we really need a C100 Mark III or a C50 in that smaller space, which is seemed to be very much owned by the Blackmagic Pocket, and which a lot of people graduate out from as soon as they can because of the limitations of those very cheap cameras when you're doing professional work? The final factor is, have other camera manufacturers released cameras that have really attacked the core benefits of Canon? Yes, the FX6 does a really good 10-bit and a RAW, unlike the C70, which only does the 10-bit, and it's full frame for only $500 more. But people seem to be reluctant enough to leave the Canon ecosystem to go over to Sony and have to relearn all of their exposure techniques, focus techniques, their menus, their accessories. There's no camera out there from another manufacturer that really makes any of the Canon lineup obsolete at the price point that they are. So Canon can sit back and continue to collect that money while it gets ready to release new cameras. The downside of this is if they wait too long, they're more and more likely to release a camera that then gets made obsolete quicker. So it doesn't have the window, say that the multi-year window that the C300 models or the C500 Mark II have had. Canon seems to be content for the short term to play it safe, keep letting the C70 be its entry-level 4K film camera, and let tomorrow worry about tomorrow. Hopefully we will see some interesting new things in the new year, and when we do, I will talk about them on this channel. If you have a Canon cinema camera or are interested in getting one, definitely check out Canon Masterclass. I have over 20 different tutorials, everything from camera masterclasses to a new documentary and lighting workshop, to information about running your own production company, boosting your profile on social media, and blueprint courses where I show you the entire workflow of a project from start to finish. You can buy individual courses or you can stream the entire site for just $14 a month. Check it out at canonmasterclass.com. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.